Dear friends in the Dhamma, today I would like to explain you another most important teaching, one of the teaching in Buddhism. It is called Mahabhuta. Mahabhuta means great elements. 2600 years ago, under the Bodhi tree, Buddha discovers these four elements, or Mahabhuta. How he discovered? When he practiced meditation, he focused all the things, all the material things and all the beings, how they made. Then he practiced meditation. He discovered, he realized mainly there are four great elements. These are called in Pali Mahabhuta. Everything in the world, not human being, no another being, everything, all the material things, all the trees, all the rivers, water, building, everything made by mainly by these four elements. How we can find this one? How we can confirm this thing? Usually scientists discovered the tiny part of any material thing, that atom. So far, scientists discovered only atom as a tiny part, minimum, smallest part of any material thing. But Buddha discovered tiny part of any material thing, like not atom. Buddha discovered, it is called in Pali Dhatu. Dhatu. Each atom has uncountable dhatus. Each atom has uncountable dhatus. So you can understand how big the dhatu. So Buddha discovered mainly there are four Mahabhuta or Mahadhatus. These are called Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. When something analyze up to minimum part, tiny part, smallest part, then finally we can find it is called dhatu. Each dhatu mainly made by these four elements: Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. Patavi means solidity, hardness and softness. Apo means fluidity. Patavi, Apo. Tejo means heatness and coolness. Vayu means expand. This is the Mahabhuta, or great four elements. Everything in the world made by these four elements. It is discovered. It was discovered by Buddha 2600 years ago. But less more than 200 years, scientists discovered as a tiny part atom. Each atom has uncountable dhatus or elements. Can you see this book? The the cover of the book, how many colors are here? If you know the printing system, how to print, you know there are only not more colors, only 4 colors. It is the maximum color. If you print something, you can use only 4 colors. These are the how to print something. The great elements also like this. These are the great elements: Mahabhuta, Patavi, solidity or hardness and softness, Apo, fluidity, Tejo, heatness and coolness, Vayu, motion, expand and contraction. These are the characteristics of these great elements. All Mahabhutas rise together. We cannot move, we cannot distinguish, all together mix, just like how these 4 colors mix together, printed together. We cannot move, we cannot separate any each color like this. All the great elements appeared together, disappeared together, mixed together. These are unable to separate, distinguish, all together mix. This is the nature of all these Mahabhutas. How we can discover these 4 elements? But you cannot find, you cannot discover these elements by your physical eyes. Even if you use microscope like scientists, you cannot find, you cannot realize these 4 elements, great elements. How you can find? Only by your wisdom. Whenever you practice meditation up to higher level, up to maximum level, only then you can realize, you can discover these 4 great elements. Now we try to understand more regarding these 4 elements. We take a very small part of your hair, we divide, we analyze up to minimum part, tiny part. That means dhatu or elements, not like atta. Just like dhatu, minimum part of this hair, then it made by these great elements. When we take the stone, we divide, we analyze up to tiny part of this stone. We can find, we can discover only all these great elements. What you eat? You eat some rice seed. Each rice seed we divide, analyze up to minimum part, tiny part. Then you can discover only great element. Then rice also made by these great elements. You eat any vegetable, another thing like kangkung, potato, something. You divide, cut up to tiny part, up to dhatu, up to elements. Then you can find these great elements. Whenever you practice meditation, you can discover, you can find these great elements. Sometimes there is some issue in the society, vegetarian and non-vegetarian. We try to understand this issue according to the Buddhism. When you eat some non-vegetarian food like fish, meat or another something, when we divide, how we divide the rice seed or vegetable thing, we divide like this. The what you eat, meat or fish or something, up to tiny part. That fish also made by great element. That meat also made by these great elements. Finally, you say you are eating meat or fish. Finally, what you have eaten? You have eaten only great elements. You say you are eating vegetable. Finally, what you have eaten? You have eaten only these great elements. When you divide up to tiny part, smallest part, you can find only these great elements. We can discuss more regarding these great elements in next session. I think you understood something regarding these great elements.